my name is Sophia and I am the public speaking teacher for the Peiying camp, and this is week 2 of public speaking.
Just what is a stereotype? Simply put, stereotypes are characteristics imposed upon groups of people because of their race, nationality, and sexual orientation, among others. But these characteristics tend to be oversimplifications of the groups involved. For example, someone who meets a few individuals from a particular country and finds them to be quiet and reserved may spread word that all citizens from that country in question are quiet and reserved. A generalization such as this doesn't allow for diversity within groups and may result in stigmatization and discrimination of groups if the stereotypes linked to them are largely negative. That said, even so-called positive stereotypes can be harmful due to their limiting nature. Whenever stereotypes are positive or negative, they should be avoided. While all stereotypes are generalizations, not all generalizations are stereotypes. Stereotypes are widely circulated oversimplifications of people groups. In the United States, racial groups have been linked to stereotypes such as being good at math, athletics, and dancing. These stereotypes are so well known that the average American wouldn't hesitate if asked to identify which racial group in the United States has a reputation for excelling in basketball. In short, when one stereotypes, one repeats the cultural mythology already present in a particular society. On the other hand, a person can make a generalization about an ethnic group that hasn't been perpetuated in society. Say a woman encounters individuals from a particular ethnic group and finds them to be excellent cooks. Based on her encounters with these folks, she may oversimplify and conclude that anyone from this ethnic group is an excellent cook. In this instance, she would be guilty of generalizing, but an observer might think twice about calling her conclusion a stereotype, since no single group in the U.S. has a distinction of being known as excellent cooks. Stereotypes are complicated because when they factor in race and sex, members of the same group may be pegged very differently. Certain stereotypes apply to Asian Americans generally, but when the Asian American population is broken down by sex, one finds that the stereotypes of Asian American men and Asian American women differ. Stereotypes involving race and gender may peg the woman of a stereotype as attractive and the men as the exact opposite or vice versa. Even stereotypes applied to racial groups become inconsistent when members of the same group are broken down by national origin. A case in point is that stereotypes about Black Americans differ from those about Black from the Caribbean or from African nations. Such discrepancies indicate that stereotypes make little sense and aren't useful tools by which to judge others. Both negative and positive stereotypes exist, but even the latter do harm. That's because all stereotypes are limiting and leave little to no room for individuality. Perhaps a child belongs to a racial group known for being highly intelligent. This particular child, however, suffers from a learning disability and struggles to keep up with his classmates in school. Because his teacher buys into a stereotype that his child should excel in class because his people are so smart, she may assume that his poor marks are because he's lazy and never do the investigative work needed to discover his learning disability, saving him from years of struggle in school. It's often said that stereotypes are rooted in truth, but is this a valid statement? People who make this argument often want to justify their use of stereotypes. The problem with stereotypes is that they suggest that certain groups are inherently prone to certain behaviors. Arabs are naturally one way, Hispanics are naturally another. The fact is, science doesn't back up these kinds of assertions. If the group have historically excelled, social factors no doubt contribute to this phenomenon. Perhaps the society barred a group of people from practicing certain professions but welcomed them in others. Over the years, members of that group became associated with the professions they were actually allowed to practice. This came not about because of any inherent talent in these fields, but because they were the professions that allowed them to live. Those who spread stereotypes ignore social factors and link them to groups of people and certain skills, activities, behaviors when none inherently exist. The next time you're about to stereotype a group of people, think about the groups to which you belong. List the stereotypes linked to them. Does each of those stereotypes apply to you? More than likely, you disagree that all of the qualities commonly attributed to those of your gender, racial group, sexual orientation, or nation of origin describe you. That's why it's important to judge specific individuals rather than the group which they're part.
Okay, so my comments for you are don't sway, because sometimes you'll sway, and then don't fidget with your hand. Just keep your hand still at your side, and then talk a little bit slower. Your speaking pace is mostly good, but you can always just talk a little bit slower. And make sure you're pausing between paragraphs when you're transitioning from one topic to another. Obviously, within sentences, between sentences, you also want to pause, but you already do that well enough. Just make sure that in between paragraphs, so that the audience knows that it's a change in subject or matter, that you're moving on. And I think that's it. That was good. Good job.